I can see you on the other side of that screen. I know you're jealous. Jealous of what? Oh, I think you know what. You're jealous of my cute-ass motherfucking wallpaper, boy! Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is JaerTheBear, and what we have long been waiting for has finally arrived. Season 10 of For Honor starts today. With Season 10 comes a brand new patch, as well as a new hero and two long-awaited reworks for Lawbringer and Raider. And in this video, I'm going to go over the meteor parts of the patch notes and leave out the non-meteor things. So, things I will be covering include the new character, Hitokiri, the new map, Canopy, the Lawbringer Rework, and the Raider Rework. Things I won't be covering include things like UI changes, bug fixes, that sort of thing. Now, I will be leaving a link to the full patch notes in the description, so if you want to see those things, you certainly can. And while you're down there, why not hit my Discord link and join my Discord? It's a fun little place, you know you want to. Alright, let's get into it. So, first up, we have a new hero, Hitokiri. Hitokiri is described as thus. Hitokiri are relentless executioners, wielding the Masakari, the samurai battle axes. They can enter a special state to chain heavy attacks infinitely and perform special moves. They dictate the flow of combat with charged attacks and uninterruptible moves. They are a medium difficulty hero, and are also described as relentless executioner with multiple mix-ups and hard hitter. Special capabilities include Mugen Ryu, a state that grants special moves and heavy infinite chains, various uninterruptible attacks, and charged heavy attacks. Moving on to the new map, Canopy. Canopy is the source of many legends. One is about a group of samurai settlers who had fled there and used the landscape to triumph over 1,000 enemies. Another tale speaks of a mysterious deity that gave birth to the sacred grove before turning to stone. Besides its mystical aura, this isolated village is protected by natural barriers and has become a coveted refuge for all factions. This map is available in Tribute, Skirmish, Elimination, Brawl, and Duel. Alright, fighter improvements, big, meaty reworks. First up is Lawbringer, and we have some developer comments. Here they are, this is what they say. Number 1, improve existing combat initiation tools. Number 2, improve ability to sustain offense throughout the 3-hit chain. Number 3, remove shove after block because it stopped other characters from accessing their mix-ups. And number 4, decrease the ganking potential by making impales interruptible on hit like Highlander's Caber Tossed. So, first up we have the shove, remove shove after block. Developer comment, we felt that having an option to stop regular offense by simply blocking was not good for the game and chose to remove it. Lawbringer has two new chains, a heavy, heavy, heavy chain and a heavy, heavy, light chain. Moving into light attacks, we have side lights are no longer interrupted on block. Side light attack opener strikes are now 500 milliseconds, down from 600 milliseconds. Top light attack opener strike is now 400 milliseconds, down from 500 milliseconds. Top light opener strike range is slightly reduced. Second top light strike is now 400 milliseconds, down from 500 milliseconds. And light attack finisher strikes are now 500 milliseconds, from 700 milliseconds. All in all, it seems like they buffed the speed of his light attacks considerably, which is good, as this will allow Lawbringer to adapt a more offensive style. Because let's be honest, in the past, before Season 10, he didn't really have the tools to be offensive. I mean, he had attacks and chains, but they were very slow, they were very easily parried, or dodged, or deflected. His best attack was his top light. Unfortunately, this drew Lawbringer into a very defensive playstyle, because why would you attack if all of your attacks suck, except for one? And now moving on to heavy attacks, all heavy finishers are now unblockable. We have done this by standardizing all chains to always end with the unblockable option. Side heavy finisher strikes are now 900 milliseconds. They were 800 or 1100 milliseconds, depending on the chain's branching you use to get to the finisher. And all heavy finishers have slightly increased forward movement. So they took his heavy finishers and put an even middle ground in there. Some were 800, some were 1100. They made them all 900. I think that's a good compromise. Moving on to the damage, they increased his top light finisher damage to 20 from 15. They increased his side light finisher damage to 18 from 15. They increased his top heavy finisher damage to 40 from 35, and they increased his side heavy finisher damage to 38 from 30. Solid damage buffs, again, will help Lawbringer be more offensive, and will also help with his pressure game. Long Arm can now be interrupted by other players. Impaling Charge / Impaling Riposte can now be interrupted by other players. Decreased Impaling Charge damage to 10 from 15. Decreased Impaling Riposte damage 210 from 20. Now we have some developer comments here. We have been changing similar moves, such as Shugoki's Demon Embrace, as we improve characters. We are finding that these still stay strong as ganking tools, but don't necessarily guarantee a team kill. The interruption by an external attacker seems to reduce the frustration that was felt when these moves locked players into taking multiple external hits. Personally, I understand why they made the move interruptible. I don't understand why they reduced the damage. The attack was already very difficult to land anyways, not to mention that if it is blocked you lose half your stamina bar, and if it is parried you lose your entire stamina bar, and generally you'll be locked onto your opponent, so you'll need a light parry, which in itself is not necessarily easy to do, to be able to use Impaling Riposte. Ultimately, this change seems odd to me. However, it might work out. On to Shove. Shove now causes a normal light bump reaction. Developer comment, this means that Shove and Shove Mix-Up guarantee a free light attack. This is very good because I remember the day I found out that when a Lawbringer shoves you, the light they throw afterward is not guaranteed. I remember the day I found out you could dodge that, and Lawbringer lost whatever threat Lawbringer had left to me. Until, you know, another day when one guard broke me instead of throwing a light, and I realized, oh, that's a thing. That can happen to me. But even then, it still didn't make me view Lawbringer as threatening. On to Shove Mix-Up. Shove Mix-Up after a heavy attack hit can now be done after a block or a miss. Shove Mix-Up is now 500 milliseconds from 300 milliseconds. Shove Mix-Up now has super armor during the strike. Moving on to Light Riposte. Now branches to second light attack as well as second heavy attack as usual. Moving on to the zone attack. Zone attack strike is now 700 milliseconds from 900 milliseconds. That is considerably faster. Zone attack now has a 200 millisecond parry window from 400 milliseconds. Hit reaction cost is now medium, was heavy. This prevents zone attack into guard break from failing. Moving on to his Make Way, it is now unblockable. They reduced the damage to 22 from 25. It has increased knockback, and hit reaction is now medium, was heavy. This prevents zone attack into guard break from failing. Now, I'm pretty sure Make Way is his zone attack, and the way they wrote this was a little confusing. So basically, his zone attack is now unblockable. It does 3 less points of damage, 22 instead of 25. It has increased knockback. It comes out faster, 200 milliseconds faster. It's harder to parry, 200 milliseconds harder. And the hit reaction is now less, which prevents the zone attack into guard break from failing. Now that seems to wrap it up for Lawbringer, and ultimately, I have not played very much Lawbringer. In fact, my Lawbringer is only level 9, and I've seen a lot of Lawbringer players that are very skeptical about this rework, and I've seen a lot of Lawbringer players who are excited about the rework. And me myself, I'm just glad to see a character that really needed some attention from the developers finally getting that attention. Lawbringer is a very cool character. He has a very cool design. He's got a halberd, which I think is an awesome weapon, and he's dressed in full plate armor. Plus, if you put a cape on him, he just looks so cool. He has some of the coolest executions in the game. It's about time he got the attention he deserves. Alright, moving on to Raider. Alright, so chains. Added a light, heavy chain, added a light, heavy chain, and added a heavy, light chain. Light attacks. Light attack opener strikes are now 500 milliseconds from 600 milliseconds. Second light attack strikes are now 500 milliseconds from 600 milliseconds. And side light finisher strikes are now 500 milliseconds from 600 milliseconds. On to heavy attacks. The second heavy attack strikes now have uninterruptible stance. Heavy finisher strikes now have uninterruptible stance. All heavy attacks can now be soft feinted in the guard break. Oh my goodness, that is going to be deadly. Developer comments, interaction with the new chain options and the heavies getting uninterruptible stance is to give a real choice to the player between Raider's Fury or continuing the chain. Damage, increased second side heavy attack damage to 35 from 30. Increased second top heavy attack damage to 40 from 35. Increased side light finishers damage to 18 from 15. Increased top light finisher damage to 22 from 15. Increased side heavy finisher damage to 40 from 30, increased top heavy finisher damage to 48 from 30, increased reaping charge damage to 35 from 25. So these are some substantial damage buffs, and just from reading this far, I personally feel like Raider is going to be considerably more dangerous than he is now. But that's okay, because Raider was indeed in dire need of an update. On to the Stunning Tap. Stunning Tap is now 500 milliseconds from 600 milliseconds, and Stunning Taps now have variable timing on the zone attack, just like in heavy attacks. Zone Attack. Zone Attack is now on the left stance to differentiate it from Raider's Fury. Decreased stamina cost to 50 from 60. Can now soft feint into a guard break. Oh goodness. You know, I fall for the hard feint at the guard break commonly enough, so I can't imagine it being a soft feint now. We are gonna have to stay on our toes when we fight Raiders. Raider's Fury. Raider's Fury no longer has an extra stamina cost on miss/parry. Increased stamina cost to 35 from 30. Can now be soft feinted into a guard break. Stampede charge / forward throw can now be interrupted by allies and enemies. Developer comment, this change is in line with a change that was made to impaling charge and impaling riposte. And that's pretty much it for this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, why don't you hit the like button and tell me in the comments section down below what you liked about the video. And if you didn't like the video, do the opposite. Hit the dislike button and tell me in the comment section down below what you disliked about the video. I am always open to constructive criticism, as it helps me, as a content creator, create better content. Now, if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell next to it, and sharing it with your friends, and, you know, going in the description and clicking on my Discord link, wink wonk. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.